One of the hottest buzzwords in JavaScript is Ajax. So the question becomes, what is Ajax? How does it relate to JavaScript? Is it part of JavaScript? Is JavaScript part of Ajax? Is Ajax larger thing? And the answer really is it depends. Ajax started out as an acronym invented a couple of years ago by a guy named Jesse James Garrett because he needed a way to talk about this technology that he was recommending to the clients of his firm. Many years ago, Microsoft invented something they added onto their Internet Explorer browser called XML HTTP request. Now, we're not going to get into the details of that over this course, but it was just too hard to say and too hard to spell, so people didn't want to pitch it to customers because it was just hard to describe. So he thought, I'll give it a friendlier name, one that's more easy to understand, more easy to spell, and then we'll be able to describe what's going on. Ajax stands for Asynchronous JavaScript and XML. Asynchronous means it's JavaScript that goes and talks to a server and gets information back at which it can then update the web page when it can. XML is the type of data that it's getting from the server. So this is what it meant. However, because it's become a buzzword in the same way that LiveScript became JavaScript to take over some of the buzz, Ajax has become part of many other technologies' sales pitches in order to try and ride the Ajax buzz. So what Ajax is depends on who you talk to. If you talk to the JavaScript purists, if it doesn't involve JavaScript and XML and asynchronous calls, it's not Ajax. If you talk to somebody trying to sell certain server-side technologies, it definitely involves what they have to sell. Some people think that it involves Flash. Other people just say, well, it looks cool, and the page is being updated without appearing to go back to the server and without changing the URL of the web page. And we think that that's close enough to Ajax. So while we're not covering Ajax in terms of asynchronous JavaScript and XML, we are covering some of the more common Ajax-like technologies and user interface widgets that people have begun to expect. I'm going to show a quick demonstration here of why people have become so enchanted with Ajax and why it's so useful. Here's Google Maps in front of me. If I put in my zip code, boom, I get a map of my town, and if I want to see other things nearby, I can just grab the mouse and move this around. And as you can see, the URL isn't changing. Now, on the other hand, if I go to, say, this site, I put in my city, and I go to find a map, and here we are, and I'll scroll down a little, and I want to move down. Well, I can't do that because it's an image. Okay, I got to click this thing over here called Map Mover, and it goes out, and it talks to a server, and then it refreshes the page, and it scrolled it back up again, so I have to scroll down, and you can see it takes a while. It's not as flexible, it's not as convenient, and it's just plain not as fun. So what's happened is that companies overall have said, Ajax, we got to do Ajax because people visiting our sites, they want us to have Ajax. And they do. But as to what exactly is involved in making a page Ajax-y is definitely a matter of opinion. Now we're going to talk about some of the things you need to know to get started in JavaScript.